I've reviewed over 500 data analyst portfolios in the past few years, and here's the truth. Most of them are copy and paste twins. The Titanic, COVID dashboards, Netflix charts, and then people wonder why they're not getting callbacks. If your projects came from the same step-by-step tutorial, you don't have a portfolio, you only have homework, and hiring managers can tell. The good news, the portfolios that did land interviews shared three traits. I call it the portfolio blueprint, and today I'm going to show you the mistakes, the fixes, and the real-world examples that you can model. So if you want some interviews, stay with me. To all my subscribers, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time here, I'm Kadisha, and 6 years ago, I was delivering pizzas and Amazon packages for $8 an hour. And today, I am running a community of over 80,000 current and aspiring data professionals, and I've helped thousands of other career changers break into data analytics without going back to school and wasting money on courses that just don't work. And if you ever want to work with me to land your first role in data analytics, click the link in the description. Now let's get into it. Okay, let's start with the first biggest mistake. Your portfolio looks like everyone else's because you followed the same tutorial. I've seen the same Spotify dashboard at least 40 times, the same step-by-step walkthrough where someone just follows along a YouTube video and puts the end result on their portfolio like it's original work. Now here's a problem. Hiring managers see these too. They know exactly what a tutorial project looks like. And when they see one, the message they receive is, this person can follow instructions, but that's not what gets you hired. What gets you hired is, this person can think. Copy and paste projects only tell a hiring manager that you're a follower. Original projects tell them that you're a problem solver. And in this market, problem solvers win every single time. So what should you do instead? Build projects around real business problems in real industries. So step one, pick your target industry: healthcare, finance, marketing, supply chain, whatever you're aiming for or coming from. Next step, research the actual problems in that space. You can go to Reddit, read industry blogs, use Perplexity or ChatGPT and ask, what are the top 5 challenges facing healthcare operations right now? And then step 3, find a real data set that connects to one of these problems, not another Kaggle popularity contest, but a data set that represents a real scenario a business would actually face. And then build 2 deliverables. First, a dashboard that answers the core business question, and second, a consulting style slide deck that presents your findings and recommendations. This slide deck is critical. Lead with the answer first, the pyramid principle. Every slide should have an action title at the top, not just sales by region. That just tells me nothing. Try West Coast sales dropped by 15% due to supply chain delays. That is an action title, and that's what gets a hiring manager to lean in. A recent survey of hiring managers found that 84% are willing to hire a candidate without a relevant degree if they have a portfolio demonstrating the exact technical skills required for the job. So your portfolio can literally replace a degree, but only if it shows you solving real problems, not just copying tutorials. And don't just take my word for it. I want to show you some projects and portfolios from my students so you can see it in practice. So pulling this one up, looking at the projects, not a single generic data set in sight. Every project is tied to a specific industry with a specific business problem. This person isn't showing you that they can make charts. They're showing you that they can think like a business analyst. That's the difference. Okay, so mistake number 2, and this one is a silent killer of portfolios. Here's what happens. You click on someone's portfolio and all you can see is a dashboard, maybe some charts, maybe a link to a GitHub repo full of raw code, and that's it. No context, no explanation of why the project exists, no storytelling, no description of what they found, and no recommendations, just output. If someone just walked up to you on the street and handed you a chart with no context, you'd say, okay, what am I looking at? What should I care? Or why are you walking up to me in the first place? That's what hiring managers see or think when they are looking at your portfolio without any narrative. Data without a story is just noise, and no one hires noise. A hiring manager isn't just looking at your portfolio to see how you can make a bar chart. They already assume you can do that. They are looking to see how you can think. Can you define a business question? Can you explain what the data told you? And can you translate numbers into a decision? That's the job. The tools are just a vehicle. Every single project in your portfolio should walk the reader through 4 things. First, the problem. What business question are you answering? The VP of marketing wants to know why customer acquisition costs increased 23% last quarter. Second, your approach. What tools did you use? What assumptions did you make? This is where you show your process and not just your result. Third, your key findings. Not every finding, just the key ones. 2 to 3 insights that actually matter. Lead with the insight, not with the chart. And fourth, your recommendations. This is where 95% of portfolios are missing entirely. What should the business do with this information? And what's the next step? If you can't answer that, you're just presenting data. You're not doing analysis. Okay, let me show you what this looks like when someone does it right. Look at how they set up each project. Before you even see the chart, you understand the problem, you understand the data that they use, and you understand what the stakes are. And by the time you get to the dashboard, you're already invested in the answer. That's the difference between a portfolio someone glances at and a portfolio someone actually reads. Context first, visual seconds, recommendations last every single time. Quick pause. Now, if you want to land your first job in data analytics and avoid the lengthy mistakes that I did, click the link in the pinned comment where you can find the exact steps that my students use to land their job in data analytics without going back to school. All right, now let's get back to it. Okay, mistake number 3, and this is the one people underestimate the most. You can have solid projects with great storytelling and still not get a single callback. Why is that? Because nobody can even find your work, or when they do, they can't figure it out. I reviewed portfolios with broken links, portfolios hosted on GitHub with no README, 15 randomly named repos, portfolios on Notion pages that look like someone's personal junk drawer, portfolios with typos in the headline. Let me be direct. A hiring manager is not going to spend 10 minutes digging through your GitHub repo to try to figure out what you built. They're just going to click, see chaos, and close the tab. That's it. And then you lost them. Your GitHub is not your portfolio. It can support it, but it's not the thing you should be sending to recruiters. So here's a filter. Every portfolio needs to pass what I call the 3 E's test. If it doesn't pass all 3, it's not ready to be shared with anyone. E number 1, easy to access. Can someone actually get to your portfolio in one click? If you're sending people a Google Drive link that requires a permission, or a repo that they have to clone, or a zip file, you've already lost the game. Your portfolio needs to be one click away. A Notion page, a Canvas site, a simple website, a recruiter should be able to open it in 3 seconds from their phone. E number 2, easy to navigate. When someone lands on your portfolio, can they immediately see what you've built? Or do they have to scroll through walls of text, hunt for project links, or decode your file structure? The best portfolios have a clean layout, your name, a 1-line description of who you are, 3 to 4 project cards with clear titles. Click a card, see the project, no treasure hunt. E number 3, easy to consume. Can a hiring manager understand your project in 2 minutes or less? Because that's about how much time you're going to get. If they have to read a 10-page write-up or scroll through a 30-tab workbook, they won't. Lead with the problem and show the key insight and give a clear recommendation. If it takes longer than 2 minutes to get it, simplify. And here's a strategic layer that ties it all together. Your portfolio doesn't live in a vacuum. It connects your LinkedIn and your resume. I call this the brand trifecta. Your resume communicates impact, your LinkedIn will build visibility, and your portfolio proves you can do the work. When all 3 are aligned and telling the same story, you become very hard to ignore. And curate ruthlessly. You do not need 10 projects. 3 to 4 polished ones that all tell the same story. I solve business problems with data, and here's the proof. And when your portfolio is positioned around specific industry or problem space, you're not competing against every other analyst on the internet. You're creating your own lane. That's the blue ocean strategy. Stop fighting in the red ocean where everyone else has the same generic projects. Niche down, specialize, and let your portfolio do all the selling. This is what happened with my student Caitlin. She was a teacher, no data background, but she built a clean portfolio, had well-crafted projects, and optimized her LinkedIn to match, and posted it publicly. A recruiter saw it, and within a week, she had an offer as a finance analyst. She built proof and packaged it professionally and put it where people could find it. That is the game that wins in the new job market era. So that is the portfolio blueprint. Solve a real problem, show your thinking, and package it like you mean it. You don't get paid for what you know, you get paid for what you can prove, and your portfolio is that proof. So stop treating it like homework and start treating it like your ticket out. In my next video, I have a free training that walks you through the full roadmap to get you from zero to job ready. No fluff, just pure value. See you in the next one.